Hi everyone, today I'm going to do a quick run through of my Clashfront point calculator. So you'll see when you first come to the spreadsheet that you have a setup page. The first thing to do is set your 4 guilds here, matching in their colors. And there's also a point override, and I'll go through that after. So first we'll go to the point calculator tab, and you can see that there is a map that is the same as the one in game, and there are 5 different maps for each round. So on the first round, some of the bases are going to be grayed out because you can't access those. If you were to select this one and set it as the first guild, you'll see that it changes to aqua, so the same color. And you'll also see at the top, up the top here, that the first guild is going to get 80 points in round 1. So you can go in and fill in who you think will win each tile or each base, and that's going to give you totals for that round. Now, as you go on through the rounds, you can continue adding them in. If you want to have 2 different versions, you can copy the sheet. You can have 2 different versions depending on what the outcome might be. When you get to round 4 and round 5, of course, there is also the treasure that you need to keep in mind. So, for example, if the treasure was on base 6 and guild 4 is going to win that, you'll see at this point that it still says 120, but at the very top of the sheet here, there is a treasure spot. So if you put base 6 in here, it's automatically going to add the treasure points to this guild 4 for you. Now, if you are starting the sheet later, or you'd like to make sure that all of your skirmish and trial points are included, you can also use the point override. So to use this, you go back to the first tab and say, for example, that you're starting in round 3. So round 1 and round 2 are already complete. You would set this as round 2. And in these, you would set the total amount of points. So say, for example, they have these points. Oops. There we go. So when you go back to the point calculator, you're going to see that round 2 is set with those overrides, and round 1 is just saying that it's been overridden. You'll also see that the round 1 there is overridden. If you make any changes to these, it's not going to change those points. So say, for example, if I go to round 2 and change another base for guild 1, it's still going to say 600 because that override is in place on this tab. And then next round, if you want to add all your totals in again, you can just change this to round 3, add the new totals, and when you go back to this tab, you're going to have round 1 and round 2 as the override, and round 3 is going to have the total points.